I'm heading into my solo exhibition called Portals at the gallery at Greenlee Center in conjunction with Bloomsburg University in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania. And the show is basically a fusion of mythology, mysticism, and intuitive impressions. So this first painting is called Transmutation, and it's kind of this idea of like one creature devouring another creature and a transformation coming as a result. This one is called The Great Mystery, and I've woven this sort of sacred geometry into the structure of the tree, which was inspired by an Assyrian tablet that I saw at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. And I was actually inspired by the same tablet in these two winged creatures on either side of this painting at the top in Map of the Universe. And in the center you can kind of see this upper world, lower world, and middle world kind of woven into the structure, which is actually similar to this next painting, only I've done it a bit more subtly, having the upper world suggested with sacred geometry, and then the lower world kind of hinted at subtly in the creatures in the water at the bottom. So you can see in these paintings that I'm weaving together motifs drawn from diverse genres and time periods, ranging from the physicality of old master painting to the intricacy of Eastern miniatures. And the next painting is a giant triptych that's about 8 feet tall by 11 feet wide, and it actually hangs on unstretched canvases like a tapestry on the wall. It's a reworking of Bosch's Garden of Earthly Delights, where the viewer moves from existential darkness on the left through a center world, which is like a web of life, with these figures kind of interconnected in this kind of viney structure and an animal spirit guide in the background, and moves over to the right into the realm of light. For me, for some reason, every painting seems better as a triptych, and I just love the narrative quality of having the multiple panels. This next painting is called Lay Down Your Swords, and it's inspired by Renaissance battle scenes, but instead of battle weapons, they're holding giant flowers. So you can see that I'm working in this language of oil painting that's like the old masters, which is historically a pretty masculine genre, only I'm inserting women into the center of interest and using feminine motifs like flowers and fairies and unicorns, for example. And so by doing that, my work is dismantling gendered hierarchies that have long been embedded in our visual culture. And I seem to really like fires and things that explode, and this painting Liminality has that, along with the people struggling but helping each other through life. And this next painting actually has a fire as well. Fires for me always represent sort of a transformation or a big change in our life. This is another study for the fairy in Map of the Universe that we looked at the beginning, which hangs like a tapestry. And this painting, The Crossing, is another triptych moving from the dark side at the left. We've got this little grouping of me and my two artist friends, Liz Adams and Manu Saluja, over in the left, and various cave-like structures and other artists that I know. And we move through the center realm of struggle over into the realm of light on the right. And the landscape is pretty surreal. It's hard to tell whether they're underwater or where exactly they're located. And this next painting is another triptych. It's called A Ripple in Reality. Again, moving from a realm of struggle on the left through the center world and to a realm of light on the right. And all of the figures in the painting are my friends and artists that I get to pose for me. This next painting, As Above, So Below, is a similar structure because we've got the realm of darkness, a center world, and an upper world, only this one's kind of constructed vertically with the underworld on the bottom and the upper world on the top. Only I don't conceive of the underworld as like total hell. I actually equate it with the subconscious. So it does have some possibility, and there's some scary creatures as well as some flowers in my underworld. And this final painting is a painting of my best friend back in Canada. Again, we've got another fire to represent transformation and big changes in our life. So that's Portals at the gallery at Greenlee Center in Bloomsburg, Pennsylvania.